So MLB The Show pretty much just showed us everything for Diamond Dynasty for day 1 in MLB The Show 24. As always, feel free to subscribe to the channel for daily MLB The Show videos. But in this video, I'm going to be doing my best to summarize and show you guys everything that they covered on that 3-hour-long feature premiere cover in Diamond Dynasty for MLB 24. I might be going kind of quick. Feel free to pause it on any cards that you want to take a closer look at. So the first thing that they showed us was card art for MLB 24. We saw the Live Series Diamonds, as well as some new card series, the Subway series from Derek Jeter's storylines, the new Negro League series from the Season 2 of storylines, the new Hyper series, which we'll see in the Legend bonus pack for pre-orders. We saw the Spring Breakout cards, the new Hall of Fame series, and they said that there will be over 250 Legends and Flashback cards available from the launch of MLB 24. The next thing they talked about was changes to Parallel XP. Instead of 10,000 for superfractoring a card, that's now 8,000, and then for P4ing a card, instead of 5,000, it's 4,000. So it's going to be easier, it's going to be quicker to get your cards parallel, to get them superfractored in MLB 24. They showed off the Cornerstone captains. Everybody will be able to get one of these cards for free. There will be a free Cornerstone captain pack in your inventory right when you log on to Diamond Dynasty on MLB 24. And you can also exchange that captain card if you don't like them or you want to try out another one. There will be an exchange where you can change that card out for any of the others. They showed off Byron Buxton, who's going to be boosting hitters with under 60 vision. They showed off the Nolan Arenado, who's going to be boosting hitters with under 45 speed. They showed off the Kodai Senga, who's going to be boosting pitchers with under 65 walks per 9. And I'm not sure if they showed Greg Maddux, but I think they mentioned that he will be, I think, maybe higher on the walks per 9 attribute. I could be mistaken on that, but those are the 4 Cornerstone captains. They mentioned some changes to captains in MLB The Show 24, specifically the team captains, right? In Team Affinity in past years, we saw the hitter captain, the pitcher captain. There was a new one coming with each season of Team Affinity. This year, those captains aren't from Team Affinity. You're going to see some of them in the show shop. You're going to see some of them in the XP reward path, other programs, and each team will have one hitter captain, one pitcher captain. You'll notice that they're core cards. These will be the only hitter and pitcher team captains for each team for the entire year. And the captains, both the hitters and the pitchers, will be boosting both the hitters and the pitchers on your team. And the boost can also be earned from hitters and pitchers. So the pitcher, you could earn them from the hitters and the pitchers, same thing, vice versa. And you'll notice that if the hitter captain is going to be boosting your team's stats versus right-handed pitching, then the pitcher captain will boost your team's stats versus left-handed pitching. So they'll complement each other and they won't be boosting the same attribute. But if you use both of them, you'll be getting boosts for both handedness versus righties and versus lefties. And you'll also notice that certain teams and their captains will require more and certain will require less players to match and to get those captain boosts. You might notice a team that has a lot more legends and flashbacks, that's probably going to take a little bit more cards to get that boost, but a team that doesn't have as many legends and flashbacks, it's going to be a little bit easier to get that boost. Seasons are coming back this year, but sets technically are not, even though they pretty much are seasons. But they showed a graphic where you can see the only mode where it will always be requiring you to use in-season cards will be ranked seasons. There's certain modes you'll notice have an X where that season you can use, it doesn't matter, any cards you want. And then there's some modes that it will just depend on what's going on at that specific time, depending on which cards from which seasons you'll be able to use. They showed off the entire XP reward path for season 1 of MLB The Show 24. Along the way, you'll be able to earn packs, stubs, icons, banners, as well as some player cards. And you'll notice a lot more as you see different programs, as you play the game. XP is earned through completing gameplay as usual in the past, but not quite as much. I think they said they lowered the gameplay cap for XP, but you'll notice more XP being earned through programs, through events as you progress in wins, the BR program, just normal offline programs, Team Affinity. You'll notice a lot more XP being earned as you progress through the different content in the game. As you go through the Season 1 XP reward path, there is a Roberto Clemente card, there's a Robin Roberts card, there's a Ryan Howard card, there's a Bruce Sutter card, You'll also notice as you go through, headliners are back. You can earn some of those. Diamond duos are going to be gone. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You can earn 2 hitter captain packs and 2 pitcher captain packs through the XP reward path. There's also an Alfonso Soriano card. There is a Mike Napoli card. There's a Jim Palmer card. There's a Trevor Story card. There's a Raleigh Fingers card. There's also a Billy Williams. There's a Kyle Seager card. And then at 1 million XP in the Season 1 XP reward path, you get your first XP reward boss pack. You'll notice non-sellable on these. Another one of them at 1,090,000 XP. And then your third and final before you start earning bonus rewards at 1,150,000 XP. And these Season 1 XP reward bosses are a 99 overall Andy Pettitte, a Hall of Fame Larry Walker, of course, 99 overall, and then a milestone Jimmy Rollins. And again, those are the 3 bosses for the Season 1 XP reward path. In the bonus rewards, if you do cap out the XP, every 30,000 XP, you'll be able to spin their little wheel thing, that little game, stop it, and try to get one of those rewards. There's a Chase Pack 1, Live Series 90 plus Diamond, a Vault Pack, as well as some other bonus rewards. The next thing they talked about was Team Affinity. There's going to be 3 chapters for Team Affinity in every season, each season about 12 weeks long. And to start the year, we have Chapter 1. About 4 weeks after that, you get Chapter 2, and then about 4 weeks after that, about 8 weeks into the season, you get Chapter 3. You're starting with 89 overalls for Chapter 1. I think Chapter 2 will maybe be 93 or 94s. And then Chapter 3 of Team Affinity, each team will be getting a 99 overall player. As you go through Team Affinity, Chapter 1, you'll notice there's Live Series player packs, there's unlockables, uniforms for this Chapter 1, there's just normal packs, and then you're getting 1 player for each division. They ended up giving us the National League East, which contains a David Justice, Giancarlo Stanton, a David Wright, Billy Wagner, as well as a Vlad Sr. card. They also talked about the Stub Millionaire Pack, which we're seeing in Team Affinity, but it's also going to pop up in other programs and other areas throughout Diamond Dynasty as the year goes on. And this Stub Millionaire Pack has a 1 in 1 million chance for 1 million stubs, as well as some other rewards. You have a chance at 75,000 stubs, chance for a chase pack, headliner pack, ballin' as a habit pack, show pack, or the worst reward, a 100 stub voucher. But again, 1 in 1 million chance for 1 million stubs. And the way you're going to be earning progress in Team Affinity, like I said, they mentioned it's going to be the fastest grind ever. They have vouchers from mini seasons and showdown, and to start the year, both mini seasons and showdown will be repeatable. It's not just a one-time thing. You can do it over and over, keep earning your vouchers that way. They're going to have moments only for the hitter cards. They'll have repeatable parallel XP missions. There's going to be multiplayer and single player missions that have repeatable missions in both, but also some one-time stat missions as well. They also have the repeatable innings pitch mission for both online and co-op modes. They're going to have player exchanges just like usual. There will be an East, West, and a Central Conquest map available from day one like usual. And just like the past few years, you're going to be able to earn progress through March to October. And finally, recapping Team Affinity, they said that each chapter will be a little bit different. Each season of Team Affinity will be a little bit different on how you're earning the progress. And that Chapter 1 and 2 of season for Team Affinity, Chapters 1 and 2 will only be available during that season. Then I don't think you're able to earn them anymore once Season 1 goes away. Season 2 comes around, you'll only be able to do Chapter 3 from Season 1 of Team Affinity, but the first and second chapters will no longer be available. At least that's the way they made it sound. The next thing they showed was the Spring Breakout program. As you go through this program, there's packs, special players. You'll notice, like in a lot of other things you'll notice today, you can earn XP while playing through these modes, but there's specific Spring Breakout cards. These won't be the only Spring Breakout cards. They're just the ones from the Spring Breakout program. There is a Kyle Manzardo. There's a Termar Johnson. There is a Henry Ford. There is a Jacob Misiorowski. There's a James Wood. There's a Colson Montgomery. there's a Dylan Cruz, and we'll see a little bit later how you can earn a spring breakout Jackson Holiday and Paul Skeens that will be available day 1. And to earn progress in this spring breakout program, there will be moments with an optional extreme moment. There's going to be parallel XP missions with the cards. There's going to be multiplayer missions. There's going to be some general missions. And then there's going to be a showdown. You can earn some progress for that spring breakout program. Just like the past few years, there's going to be a starter program in Diamond Dynasty. This will have an icon, a banner, packs, things like that, a bat skin, as well as a couple player cards. The first card you're unlocking is new legend Rafael Palmeiro. He gets an 85 overall. This will not be his only diamond that we see today. There's going to be a Marlins uniform in there, and at the end of the starter program is an 86 overall Sandy Alcantara. And to earn progress in the starter program, there's going to be moments, online and offline missions, parallel XP missions, collections, exchanges, and a showdown to earn progress in the starter program. You don't have to do everything. That's how it is with most of, if not all of the programs this year. There's more than enough missions. You don't have to do them all. You really get to pick and choose how you want to earn your progress and get through the programs. They showed off the first event for MLB 24. It's titled Welcome to the Show. You're able to use all new to MLB 24 card series, all live series cards, all team affinity cards, and all captain cards. These are going to be 3-inning games, all-star difficulty. You have some rewards. You'll notice XP under the rewards, just like pretty much everything else, every other program, things like that. 10 wins for a live series diamond, similar to the BR changes. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but 10 wins instead of 12 in a single entry for a live series diamond. At 10 wins in this specific event, you get the new Hyper Series, a Grayson Rodriguez at 10 wins. And then at 20 wins, you get another new series card, an Anthony Rendon, 90 overall for the first events of MLB The Show 24. The next thing they talked about was Battle Royale in MLB The Show 24. First thing you'll notice, instead of being 12-0 for a flawless run, it's now 10-0 this year. Also, instead of 12 wins, it's going to be 10 wins for a higher diamond, but it's only being an 87 or higher live series diamond to start the year, and then 8 wins for an 85 to 86 live series diamond, 5 wins for a gold card, and 2 wins for a silver card. Just like the usual in the past, there's going to be silver player packs with 4 guys, a gold pack with 4 cards, and then a diamond player pack with 4 cards. You'll have parallel XP missions for each of those cards, and you'll notice that each of those missions is going to be 350 parallel XP, down from 500 to start the year. That diamond pack has Tony Clark, Luis Gonzalez, JD Davis, and our first Lou Gehrig card coming from the BR program. But as you make your way through the BR program, you'll be able to get a flawless pack. And this pack is starting non-sellable. They said that this could change based on feedback, based on their data as the year goes on. But the program pack, the flawless pack from the BR program, starting as a non-sellable. And they have 91 new Hyper Series Joe Mauer, as well as a 91 Eric Gagne, that Takashi Okazaki card art returning. And we already mentioned it a little bit, but to earn progress in the BR program, 350 parallel XP for each player mission. You can get 1 point in the program for 1 win, 20 points for a 10-0 flawless. 7 wins, you get 10 points, and they also have stat missions, some repeatable, some not repeatable, and they said that you're probably going to be getting through this BR program a little bit faster than you did the ones in previous years. The next thing they talked about was ranked seasons. At 500 rating for Pennant Race, you'll have an 85 Andres Munoz. He does have Outlier. Rating is going to be a little bit differently this year. You still aren't losing any rating from the point up until you get to 400, but you're getting to 400 faster than you did in the past. You're going to get through that first 400 a little bit faster than in previous years. As you keep going up, at 600 points for wild card division, you get a bat skin and a ball pack. At 700 points for the division series, you get a season 1 vault pack. They didn't really talk about this at all, but it has a 1 in 2 chance for a diamond player. At 800 points, championship series, you get a headliners pack 1. We'll check out who that headliner is in just a little bit. And then at 900 points for making World Series, there is an Ernie Banks 93 overall card. And the second World Series reward is a 93 overall Randy Johnson. And keep in mind that this first season of Ranked is not going to last the entirety of Season 1, I don't think. I don't think these cards will be the only cards for the first 12 weeks of the game. And after going over those ranked rewards, they weren't done. There was still stuff in the ranked program. As you go through that, you'll notice another stub millionaire pack, 1 in 1 million chance for 1 million stubs, as well as some other packs, stubs, XP, jumbo pack. And at 75 points, there is a sellable, a new hyper series, Andrew McCutchen, for reaching 75 points in the ranked seasons program. There's also a headliners pack if you keep going. And to earn progress in the ranked program, they have innings missions to earn progress. Those, if you complete all the innings missions, will get you to 75 points. But starting on March 29th, they're dropping some more missions. So up until March 29th, you're not able to get to the World Series pack in the ranked program. You have to wait until at least March 29th to get it through that way. You can still make World Series earlier and get the rewards. And you'll notice 100 points in the ranked seasons program for that World Series pack for some XP. And the pack is sellable. So March 29th rolls around, you got your innings done, you want to do those extra missions that they added, you're still going to be able to sell that card once you get to 100 points in the program. The next thing they talked about was mini seasons. There's going to be 2 mini seasons available at the launch of the game. These are going to be 3-inning games, I think 28 regular season games before the playoffs. There's a Team Affinity mini season where you're able to earn XP packs and of course vouchers for Team Affinity. And the mini season will be updating with each new Team Affinity drop that they have. And the second mini season that they have to start the year is the Classic mini season, where you can earn XP, packs, stubs, icons, uniforms, and then a core Salvador Perez. This card is not sellable. You can only earn them by beating this Classic mini season that they have. You'll notice new logos, uniforms, and ballparks for the mini seasons team. And the missions, I think for both Team Affinity and Classic maybe, but I think missions and mini seasons, you'll notice them and their rewards changing from season to season of MLB The Show 24. Then they showed off the Conquest maps available from day 1 of MLB 24. They have 3 starter maps, the batter up maps where you can earn some XP and some stubs. They have the East, Central, and West Team Affinity Conquest maps where you're able to earn packs, stubs, and of course Team Affinity progress. And just like usual, they have the USA Conquest map that's going to have packs, XP, stubs, and 9 player cards available from just that USA Conquest map. That includes an 89 Stan Musial, a Jim Rice, a Bill Mazeroski, Carlos Rodon, David Ortiz, Troy Percival, Orlando Cepeda, Mark Melancon, and then an AJ Pollock for 9 player cards from that Team USA Conquest map. The next thing they showed was the Season 1 collections. You'll notice collect 30 Season 1 cards for an 89 overall Craig Biggio, and then collect 70 Season 1 cards for a 91 John Franco. It might seem like a big jump going from 70 to 280, but they mentioned that every 2 weeks for Season 1, they'll be adding a higher overall collect tier. So the whole season, it's not going to be from 70 to 280, but you got to wait a couple weeks before they add new cards into that collection. And they do have collection bosses. At collect 280 Season 1 cards, you'll get the first of these packs, and then it's going to be 300 for the second, 325 for the third. And in these packs, there is a brand new card series. We already saw one of them, but now we have a 99 Hall of Fame Willie Mays as our first Season 1 collection card. There's also a 99 overall Satchel Paige for a Season 1 collection card. And then finally, we have a 99 Milestone George Brett for our third Season 1 collection card. And if you make it all the way up to 400 season 1 cards, you get this completionist icon that has coach on it. And they did mention that these numbers for collecting cards based on player data could always go down, could always be lowered, could always change as the season goes on. The next thing they showed off was the pack store, and they mentioned that the pack store will have free packs every week of Diamond Dynasty. You'll notice apparently new free packs with free players in the pack shop. To start, we have a free show pack. We also have a jumpstart pack, I believe, for 10,000 stubs. They showed off the 50 bundle with our first chase pack of the year, and chase packs are returning. John Donaldson is returning. He's the first chase card, 91 overall. He has outlier on both his four-seam fastball as well as his slider, and they mentioned that apparently new chase packs, new chase cards will be coming more often in MLB The Show 24. We also see spring breakout packs, and you'll notice this is pack 1, so we should be getting more of these. The rare round has a 90 overall spring breakout Jackson Holiday. It also has a 90 spring breakout Paul Skeens, and yes, he does have outlier. And the third card in that rare round will be a 99 overall Ethan Salas from the Padres. And the spring breakout pack does also have a base round with some 87 overalls. We have a Jace Young. There's also a Spencer Jones. There is a Rhett Lauder. There's a Dalton Rushing. And then there is an 87 Jet Williams. And that makes up your spring breakout pack 1 here in the pack shop. We already saw XP Reward Path, and then they said these will be popping up in other places as the year goes on. But you can purchase, if you want to, some hitter captain packs and some pitcher captain packs available from day 1 in the show shop. There is a jumbo pack. You can buy some of those. Those have 41 players with a guaranteed silver or better card. There's headliner packs coming back. So they're not doing diamond duos this year. They went back to headliners, and they have the special ones with better odds as well as the normal headliner packs. And the first headliner is a 91 Mickey Mantle, bringing back that Takashi Okazaki card. Mickey Mantle's your first headliner of the year. You'll notice Nike City Connect packs with previous Nike City Connect uniforms. If you want to buy those, try to get some uniforms from there. They also have 20 bundles, 10 bundles, and single packs available in the show shop. And they did mention that flash sales will be making a return for MLB The Show 24. They talked a little bit about roster updates and supercharges. Every week, they're going to be having roster updates for just transactions, which just means trades or players making their debuts, getting called up. And then about every 3 weeks is when we should be seeing the attribute updates for roster updates this year. And Supercharged is coming back. It's going to be starting with that Seoul series in South Korea. And then opening day, they're going to have players getting supercharged. I think they mentioned for both the Seoul series and opening day, it's going to be one player from each game, I think they said. And at least for opening day, we should see those on the same day. We're not going to have to wait a day or two. That's going to be happening on the same day. And they're also bringing back fan voting for supercharged cards in MLB 24. You might have noticed in the pre-order bonuses for the editions, the special editions of MLB 24, they had barrier breakers packs as well as legend packs. These legend packs contain their new to MLB 24 Hyper Series, and they showed us each of the players from the pre-order packs. They showed us the Hyper Series. We have Chase Utley. We have new legend Adrian Beltre. There's a Hyper Series Ken Griffey Jr. Another new legend Hyper Series Johan Santana. Keeping on with the new legends, we also have Hyper Series Richie Sexson. And then another new legend, last one in this pack, Hyper Series Andrew Miller. And then the final card in the Hyper Series, Matt Cain, from this final legend pack from the pre-order bonus. But they also had, from the pre-order bonuses, you have a barrier breakers pack, and you can choose one player from each of these packs. 4 of them, you'll notice, the first one we have is Josh Gibson. He has a barrier breakers card from this barrier breakers pack. But for him and the other 3 legends from the Negro Leagues Season 2 of storylines, they'll also have another card. We'll talk about that in a little bit, show those in a little bit. You can earn from storylines. Next up, we have Tony Stone with a Barrier Breakers card. And then they showed us Buck Leonard with his Barrier Breakers card. And then Henry Aaron, shortstop primary, his Barrier Breakers card. Again, those are the 4 legends from Season 2 of storylines, but we have some other Barrier Breakers cards. That includes a Jackie Robinson, a Satchel Paige, and then a Martin Dihigo. And if you collect 12 of these 14 pre-order cards, you can earn yourself a 91 overall core Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a Hyper Series card for him. Again, collecting 12 of those 14 pre-order cards. And then they didn't show any attributes for these, but they did show us the cards available from day 1 of storylines. We can see the cards from the Season 2 of the Negro League storylines, a Josh Gibson, Buck Leonard, Tony Stone, and Henry Aaron. And again, we'll have 3 more legends coming a couple weeks after the game launches, and then a couple weeks after that 3 more for 6 more, 10 total legends from Season 2 of storylines. And then we're getting a bunch of cards from Derek Jeter storylines. They showed us a Derek Jeter himself, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, Chili Davis, Greg Maddux, Andy Pettitte, and Paul O'Neill. And again, these are just the cards available at launch from storylines. A few weeks into the game, we'll get some more. And then a few weeks after that, we'll get the rest of these storylines cards for MLB The Show 24. And then they finally showed us the live series collections for Diamond Dynasty and MLB 24. They mentioned, and you might notice, there's no longer division rewards for the live series collections. It's just AL, NL, and then the MLB collections. We see here for collecting all the American League teams, new legend, there is a 95 overall Rafael Palmeiro. And then if you collect all the National League Live Series teams, Live Series cards, you get a 95 overall new Hyper Series 95 Pedro Martinez. And then if you collect all of the Live Series cards for the entire major leagues, you get another new series, a 99 overall Hall of Fame series, Babe Ruth. This is a 2-way card. He can play starting pitcher as well as first, left, and right field. We see his pitching attributes right here, and then they showed us his hitting attributes. Max contact, max power, max discipline, max clutch, max durability, 104 vision, and then for him he has 75 fielding and 64 speed. And they said that this is going to be the best hitter available for all of MLB The Show 24. 99 Hall of Fame Babe Ruth is your live series collection reward. And to end off the Diamond Dynasty feature premiere, the live content feature premiere, we got to look at the calendar, the schedule upcoming for MLB 24. We can see Soul Series free pack on the 19th of March, as well as another spring breakout pack on the 19th. And then just like last year, it looks like we have an egg hunt program coming to Diamond Dynasty on March 29th, and they did bring up that Topps Now is returning, monthly awards are returning, and for the first time ever, they're doing something about in-season rewards, and we'll have to wait a little bit to hear or see about that.